Hello, Gunpla fans. This is DZ Maven here, and it's time for another Gunpla review. And it's another P-Bandai kit today. It's another real grade. Today I got the real grade Gundam Exia Repair 2. This is the slightly upgraded and repaired version of the Gundam Exia that appeared in the last episode of Gundam 00. And squared off against the O Gundam, which Rubens Almark took control of at the end, and Setsuna got his original Gundam back, and they duked it out at the end, and that was your final battle for Gundam 00. So, if you haven't seen it, spoilers. But you should have watched it by now if you're a Gundam fan. Anyway, here is the kit here, all together and everything. Got in a little bit of a pose here for you here, and let's get this guy turning around. And there you go. You can see him all around. So, overall, he is not that much different from the original Real Grade Exia kit. I mean, there are some new parts and a new sticker sheet for this. My thing is wobbling. It's kind of wobbling a little bit there. The biggest changes are probably going to be around the waist area and the new GN Sword Kai that comes with this. Actually, even the GN Sword Kai is really not that different. I mean, the beam gun and the shield are the same as the original Exia. It's just the blade is new on it. As you can see here, it's a gray piece now with a clear green blade piece similar to the GN Sword 3. I think it looks okay. But to be personally honest, I think I still kind of prefer the look of the original GN Sword that was large and chromed. In case you forgot, I have it right here. I actually think it's a little bit, the old blade is a little bit bigger than the Repair 2. I'm going to kind of get right next to this here so you can see here, and it's like, spin faster, spin faster, spin faster, spin, and yeah, the original GN Sword blade is just a little bit bigger than the GN Sword Kai blade, but it's not really a big deal. As you can see, you got this new back skirt armor here. It does come with some silver foil stickers, but they are kind of peeling off on the back, which is kind of annoying. You still get a shield with this kit here. You don't get the stickers for the shield. I mean, I used the stickers I had left over from the Gundam Exia kit, and I just put those on here. The shield is exactly the same. There's nothing changed on that here. Shoulders. The back of the shoulders is actually different here on this. It used to be beam sabers here, but it's now been replaced by a long thruster thing. There's also additional thrusters on the back of the legs now that have those chrome stickers in them. The rest of the leg is pretty much the same except for the upper leg. It's got a new built-up area on it, and it kind of likes to come apart a little bit. I see this one's actually coming apart because it's slipped around the front skirt armor. That is kind of a problem with this here. I'm going to actually pause it so you can get a closer look at this here. So as you can see, the upper leg has kind of been bulked up a little bit more. The beam sabers have been moved to the extensions that are on the sides of the leg now. These extensions are permanent. They don't go in and out now. It's an interesting look, but it does kind of compromise the articulation of the hips on this. The original hips on the Exia, I mean, was okay. It was passable for what it was. Now, with a lot of this new stuff on here, it's kind of not very good now. Because this bulked up front piece of the leg doesn't really bend up anymore. I can try and bend that up, but yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really go up anymore. I don't remember exactly what it was on the original Real Grade Exia kit, but pretty sure it could do a little bit more than that. So yeah, it's kind of sucks here. Also, with this piece here sticking out now, you can't really rotate the leg very well. You can rotate it inwards, but that's kind of weird. But you can't really rotate it outwards now because this big piece on the front now, and you've got this piece sticking out on the side now. So I mean, it looks cool and everything, but the articulation of the waist and the hip has been kind of compromised, I would say. So it's kind of a bummer that Bandai couldn't engineer this just a little bit better so that it would have worked out in the hip area better. But as you can see close up, It does come with a, like I said, it comes with a new sticker sheet that's different from the original real grade Exia. You get some different markings and everything. You got some blue. There's a lot more lining stickers on here, and I'm not the biggest fan of lining stickers because they're honestly a bit of a pain in the ass to line up properly sometimes, and they kind of stick out over the edges sometimes, and you end up peeling off. So I have to kind of treat them with care here. You do get some ones around the forearms there. The arms are mostly the same. We do get these elbow pad parts that are on here, and new upper arm pieces. And in case you're wondering, you do still use some of the holographic plastic pieces. You do still use those. The ones in the upper arm you use. You don't have to use the ones in the forearms because you can't really see them because they're covered up by this piece, but there is like a really tiny hole right here, but you can't see. You can see the holographic piece in there, but it's just so tiny that it's not even really worth bothering for unless you're a bit of a detail freak. Chest area is pretty much the same. There's nothing different here. You can still open the cockpit up. Same thing, same deal. The head is the same deal. There's nothing changed on the head. Shoulder, you got lining stickers that are on the shoulder, and these are kind of a pain in the butt to get right. They kind of overlap the top edge a little bit, and I tried to trim them down, and they still kind of stick up over the edge a little bit there on both sides a little bit here, if you can see. But the worst offender, though, is probably the stickers that are on the GN Sword Kai. This is just one large sticker here. There's actually two. There's one here and there's one here. The one down here is not too bad. It's a little easier to line up because it's a smaller piece. This one here, because it's so big, it is really hard to get this to line up properly. And you can line up one edge and then the other side will be out of alignment. So then line the other, fix this other side, and then the other side is out of alignment. Eventually I just kind of gave up on it and just kind of left it the way it is. Also, this thing covers up some of the detail grooves that are on the edges of the blade, which is kind of a bother, really. I don't think that looks very good. So I think Bandai probably could have done a better job with that, but that's just the way it is here. And just want to see the blade out. It'll be like that here. So it's a nice looking blade, but like I said, I still prefer the original chrome blade of the original GN sword. I think it looks a little bit nicer. It's also a little bit bigger, but yeah, that's not bad. You do use the same beam sabers. You can see the regular beam saber blades right there. They can kind of move around a little bit here. You do, obviously for posing, you would still use the same pegged beam sabers like this here. You can use either the short or the long blades, because you're still going to have these with this kit. It comes with the same assortment of hands that the original real grade Exia came with, so nothing different there. And you still got your little Setsuna figure if you want that. So, along with an action base connector for your action bases right there. So, but yeah, that's pretty much about it for the Exia Repair 2. There's really not anything else to make note of. GN drive is exactly the same. There's no change to it. It's still, you can still open it up a little bit if you want. It's kind of hard to do by hand because these little things don't like to come out easily. Let's see if I can get this here. Yeah, there is, okay, yeah, there is one different part on the torso. It's this the gray piece right there, you can see. It was more open on the original Exia kit, and it's kind of covered up now, but as you can see, the holographic piece is actually still in there, so, yeah. Anyway, like I said, GN drive, you can still pull it out a little bit if you want to have that opened up GN booster effect if you want, so, you know. You can see a closer look at the back skirt armor there. The little foil sticker is peeled up right there, which is kind of bugging the heck out of me, which I'll probably fix off camera after this. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot else to talk about this kit here. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's okay. Honestly, I think I was probably more impressed with the Estrella kit that I built before this here. I think that was much more interesting kit. But anyway, I've got a Gundam Exia again, so in real grade, so I guess I can't really be too disappointed by this. The other thing I'll mention is the little pose where he has the sword kind of in front of him, like so, and everything. It's actually really hard to get this guy in that pose. I kind of got it into the pose, kind of, and you can look at my photos, you can see, but it's really hard to kind of get into that pose looking correct. So, but you can go ahead and try it if you want. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this review. Like I said, there's not really a whole lot to cover here. He's pretty much the same as the original Gundam Exia kit, so not really anything different there. So yeah, but I think it's still pretty good here, so I would still give it a thumbs up in general here. There's no review score because it's the same thing, pretty much the same thing as the original real grade Exia kit, so you can just look at that review if you are interested in anything else regarding the Exia. So yeah, that'll be it for this review. I hope you enjoyed this and you found it informative. Fix that right there. And be sure to give me a like if you liked the video, leave any comments or questions below, and I will, don't forget to subscribe. That's what I was going to say. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye-bye, and have a wonderful week.